Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 237 of the Reforce Podcast. My name is Rachel. Join me today, Rachel.
We're here. We're here to talk about some bullshit.
We're here to correct the record.
Correct the record. Now, the camera is a little laggy.
And it's going to trigger the shit out of Christian, but we're going to have to run through it because you can't fix it in the middle of the show.
No.
I'll talk about Braga in a minute.
Alright.
Because I got beef.
Alright.
This is the Power Scale special, Christian, where we set the record straight, add the characters that we don't have on the list, recontextualize other characters.
Yeah.
I imagine post Wano, the Thunderdome / Power Scale will be interesting. Various machinations will happen. Maybe the segment will change.
The audio is scuffed.
The audio is scuffed.
Even though I'm seeing lines, I'm seeing bars.
1, 2, 3.
I'm seeing lines, I'm seeing bars. Did Eric turn off?
Let me see.
Yeah. It's fucking on my monitor right now.
Here we go.
Alright, we're back.
I hit the button on my mic. That should work.
Can people hear me? Does it look like is my audio coming through?
Probably should have tested the audio. Christian, this is
I did test the audio. You have the headphones on.
This is the professional. Well, I can hear both of them.
So it should be working.
It's probably somewhat muted on their end, but this is working.
Can you guys hear us?
What's the chat saying? This is a great start.
We can hear Eric, but we can't hear Christian.
Christian's blocked out.
Did Eric turn off?
Why would you be blocked out?
Even though I'm getting some audio levels coming from my mic.
This is interesting.
Can you hear me? Okay. Well. Now, do you want to go around?
No, because then I have to put the mic down and it'll be static. Yes, your board is off for some reason.
Why did you turn off my board?
There we go.
Wait, see, now can you hear me?
Yes, they can hear you.
All right. Eric turned off my board for some reason.
You're recording something, weren't you, with the other mic?
I was using this mic. Why did you turn off my board?
Odd.
All right, now.
Who knows what happened?
Eric's already trying to sabotage me with his Power Scale special.
Okay, we'll get into it anyway. Anyway, we're here for the Power Scale. Christian, anything you got to say about something?
Go in the description. Press the link. It is to Scarlet Vixen. Read that. 3 chapters are out. See, Patsy wants to read it as well.
Patsy agrees.
That's right. That's right.
Go read it for Patsy.
Go read it.
Special guest on the show today. She's got a fresh haircut.
Yeah. Now go read it. Go enjoy it. Like, subscribe. Do whatever you have to do.
She seems to be interested in the broadcast.
That's right. So enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Eric, we are in the Hell month. There is no One Piece for a full month.
Interesting details coming out though.
We've got that at the top of the show.
Right.
We'll cover that at the top of the show. But we've got the road to Raftel to get us through. Some interesting news. I hope next week's more interesting.
Do you have the film Red News?
I mean, it's going to be out
in fall.
In the fall.
We have to see the spoilers, Christian. We can't wait. We have to know the manuscript. How are we gonna not?
Now it's out in August in Japan, right? So 1 month, and then maybe it'll be out here.
What happens?
Because August to September, September's fall. Maybe we'll get a film right here. Maybe.
Okay.
All right. Now, that's the news.
Now, if they mean fall for us, we're down bad because we're gonna wait 6 months.
No.
But we assume
it's the northern hemisphere fall. So we should be good.
Yes.
Now, what do we have for the people, Eric? Now, Eric, this was supposed to be a call-in show, but Eric gets busy on the weekend.
That's right.
And he forgot.
I didn't forget. Next week.
No, you forgot.
Next weekend. Now, if you remember, Christian, we left it open last week. Call-in show next weekend. This week, Power Scale.
Power Scale special.
Now, I just want to talk quickly about Braga's latest video.
All right.
It's got Roger and Garp on it.
Okay.
Roger.
The classic debate, Eric.
At no point.
You got to tell people what the video's about.
So the video is basically a propaganda mouthpiece for the Navy.
Okay.
He's talking about all this nonsense. He's talking about how us Yonko stands spin all the details. I find that hilarious, Christian, because apparently the Navy never try. The admirals don't do anything always because they don't try.
That's what I heard. Marine thought admirals ain't tried, even though their HQ is at risk.
Apparently,
Not trying.
apparently, the Yonko, the emperors, Christian, care about the admirals. Not once in the story have the emperors ever
I'm pretty
cared.
sure there's literally 0 times they have cared.
But every time the admirals face an emperor,
Okay,
sweaty, sweating bullets.
100%.
Famously, with our boy Shanks, Aka Inu got the tail out, Christian.
Yeah.
Doesn't know what's going on. Garp, Rox is back. Fuck, we're fucked. Sengoku, Whitebeard and Shanks are meeting. We don't have the manpower to deal with this situation.
They never have the manpower. Never.
And then Braga's coming to me saying that we make things up. We spin things. I'm gonna throw this controversial point out there.
No.
Garp is the rival to Roger.
Are you gonna throw out a kid situation here?
We all know in One Piece what rival means.
Less than.
Less than. Who's who? Rival to Rob Lucci. Kid rival to Monkey D. Luffy.
Now there's a lot of slander going on here.
The score ain't looking good for the rivals.
But heck, we all know Garp was a legendary
Hero of the Navy, sure.
Probably the strongest Navy man of
no
all time.
one's saying Garp is weak, but people, the Navy stands out there have to relax, thinking that Garp is equal to Roger. Never stated. Never even hinted at. Roger is always on the pedestal as the greatest man of all
I
time.
don't see Garp in the top 5. And Cotto fought Garp and saw Garp in
In the rocks.
in the what the fuck's it called? I forgot what it's
In the
called.
God Valley incident.
God Valley incident. That's it. So
Get your story straight, Brago, because I'm sick of the propaganda. Grimble does one nice thing, and now the cuffs are off. He's claiming that we spin things. Don't forget. Akinu got 2 shot by Whitebeard.
yes.
His face was off. Whitebeard still won the fight. Then he fought Blackbeard, beat Blackbeard,
Then died.
and then got assassinated by the rest of the Gurns.
Yeah.
Don't forget, after Blackbeard got Whitebeard's devil fruit, then Akinu reemerges.
Yeah, we all know what happened. We all know the record error.
How long is he down for, Christian? Because the Navy stands tell me he's down for 2 seconds.
Not true.
False.
Now, Eric.
Now, if you remember, Christian, because people bring up he's back up, Luffy took 10 minutes to get up from the Katakuri fight. Everyone says Luffy lost that fight.
Okay. Now, Eric. No admiral has as much as impressive display as Kaido.
No.
The amount of damage, the amount of raw physicality. Sure, there's some memeage.
People are going to bring up Akinu versus Kuzan. They fought for 10 days. So, Jinbei and Ace 4 for 5. You going to tell me that's an impressive feat? The duration of battle doesn't mean anything.
Kaido took so much damage. Eric, we don't have to really get into
so
this.
dumb.
Alright?
I pray Luffy folds
No.
Grable in half.
Come on.
I pray. Because then we'll see the cope.
Alright.
He's weak. He's new. He's memeing. He's not trying.
Or Monkey D's already top 1.
King and Queen took significant damage from the Queen and King fight. Watch the spin. Watch it happen. If Grimble gets folded. Anyway, that's enough about the propaganda, Christian, out there. Don't fall into the trap.
There's a lot of propaganda out there.
Braga's been lurking. I've been seeing him doing it for years. He's been hiding, and now that he's got some ammo, he's going all in. But he's been throwing subliminal messages out to his fan base for years.
Yeah,
And now
we
he's going in.
know where Braga stands on the admirals. We know this. The admirals, very cool characters, very calm characters, very collected characters. They're not gonna get memed because they're supposed to be, the machismo,
Yes.
cigar chewing,
Hey, guess what?
bad guys.
Guess what? They have the luxury of not being in the plot. Now they have the spotlight.
I don't think they're ever gonna get memed.
We'll
but
see.
They'll get defeated. They're not gonna get memed.
We'll see.
I mean, Big Mom constantly getting memed. It's annoying. She doesn't get to use her full kit.
Anyway, what's the chat saying about this rant?
They agree.
Okay, good.
Alright.
Because I'm sick and tired of it.
Alright.
It's propaganda and it needs to stop.
Alright. Speaking of propaganda, it's time to move into the power scale special proper. Now, Eric, do we have... I did not prepare the transition, but this
Ladies and gentlemen.
Alright, can you hear us now?
We went on this is a shit show already.
Alright. Can you hear us now? I think you can.
Complete and utter.
Alright.
Ridiculous.
I forgot to add a audio capture in OBS.
Yes.
But here we are. We have everything set up. Finally.
Okay.
Alright. We have the chat. We have the power scale.
Who's first?
First
Sanji.
on the list is Sanji.
Now.
Let me show you where Sanji is. Sanji should be in high tier. Alright. Where is Sanji? I believe... He's around there. Alright. If I can find Sanji. Where is... Yes, he is in low-high tier.
Low-high tier.
Low-high tier.
Top of that bracket would be Bob, Burgess, Ace.
Virgo. This is the old Sanji. Before power-ups, before Wano. Alright? Sanji here.
Osho Doji.
Here's Sanji.
I see Doflamingo in the highest bracket of high tier.
That's right.
I see Luffy's still there. That's definitely going to change.
Yeah, we're in low-high tier right now, Eric.
Right. Sanji's in low high. I see Doflamingo in high. Because Sanji's moving up, we agree. A tier.
He's moving up a tier. Now the question is, does he go into the Admiral tier? Absolutely
No.
not.
No.
Right, people gotta relax on the Sanji hype.
We got Odin there, we got Bullet in there. Sengoku's probably the bottom of high tier. Would you agree? Christian famously, where is Rayleigh?
Rayleigh is in
high tier.
High tier? Yes, he's not Admiral level. We've been through this. People in the chat with the screen bigger, we can do that for them. Can we? Increase.
Enhance, Christian.
Trying to enhance.
Are you on the correct screen?
Yes, I am on the correct screen. Now, Eric, it is Google fucking Sheets, so...
You can definitely zoom in on Google Sheets.
Was it fucking Alt or Control?
I don't know, man.
Well, I'm trying here, fellas. All right, please. We're doing this live. I'm trying to find it.
Christian's rubbing his mic on with his jacket. It's all a high quality operation here.
Talk to me about Sanji.
I don't like it. You know why I don't like it? Because Sanji is right now is the most unquantifiable guy in the Straw Hats.
This is true.
He has the Germa tech. Don't know what that means.
Unless you've ever seen it now.
He was severely damaged by Queen somehow.
Yeah,
He was knocked out.
it's a mystery.
Alright? He was thrown through a paper wall and damaged significantly.
Yes.
On the other hand, he has the new famous meme Ifra Jambe, which does crazy damage. So he has the high damage, he has the high speed, so fast he's invisible. Now, the biggest buff, the durability buff. Crazy. Second Commander sword snaps off his body.
That's true.
Of course, how could we forget? Multiple Haki Masters, Christian. Couldn't escape Queen's grasp.
So Queen is a complete goon.
And Sanji perhaps would have died by the Queen coil.
And
Christian.
what do you think about this contention?
What?
That if Queen was not sandbagging the entire fight, would Sanji have won?
Sanji pulled a rule run because of his evolution mid-fight.
Okay.
This man got stupid defense and combined Haki speed and heat, Christian. Now, we all know Sanji's passion levels go to infinite, Christian, but apparently he hurt his body.
He does hurt his body.
If he goes too high. But his new durability allows him to reach even hotter
Eric, the
temperatures.
contention of Sanji passing out, is this from damage? Is this from emotional
Trauma. As
trauma
King of Lightning
slash
would agree.
psychic damage?
I say physical because he was damaged significantly.
See, people forget when Queen pulls out the
Electric move.
electric moves and shit, it's damaging Sanji. He's screaming, he's coughing up blood.
Right.
Right, so he's still getting damaged. The healing factor is not really a healing factor.
He snaps back into place. He still takes significant
He
penetration
takes damage. He takes organ damage. His bones can't be broken. All that kind of shit.
Right.
Right? But very hard shell, whatever. But Sanji, we have to move him up into the commander tier, and that's as high as he goes.
Right. Does he beat Thoughts? Does he beat Bingo?
Does he beat Doflamingo now?
Surely he can break through the armor Haki of Mingo. If he can break through Queen's body.
Make good points. Speed, Sanji's probably faster. Durability?
Mingo having an issue with Bounce Man.
Durability. Can Mingo cut?
Can Sanji be
Sanji's
cut?
body.
But we see the Queen's sword, Christian.
Yeah,
Snaps
but-
off his body.
The Queen's not a swordsman. There's no haki on that blade.
But who's sharper though?
It's mid as fuck.
Is Mingo's blade sharper or Queen's?
Mingo can cut a building in half with one flip of his fucking foot.
That's true. Don't forget the birdcage. Those strings are tough.
But Eric, are we saying that Sanji has better or equal to durability of Gear 4? Because Mingo could not cut through Gear 4.
Now, I think the high tier is the most stacked in contention tier. We might have to we might have to consider maybe readjusting low high and high mid to accommodate for this weird in between admiral situation.
No. Because it makes perfect sense.
Okay.
Alright, because the next level after first commander or commander is admiral. That's the next level.
Right.
Alright? Now we can debate.
I see Ben Beckman in high. I would like at some point to move him up to high.
Well,
because,
we
man,
need to see something. I love Ben Beckman.
Okay.
I love this man. He's hype as fuck. I need to see something from Ben Beckman. Alright? Now,
I think Sanji beats Mingo now, but again, I'm kind of annoyed at it.
well, he's moving up to high tier regardless.
Yeah.
Put him in high tier.
High tier it is.
Alright. Eric's working on Eric's typing it in. There you go. I'll delete it.
There's not an 8 in Sanji, Christian, as you're aware. Alright.
Alright. No, Sanji's moved up the list. Next is our favorite swordsman,
Zoro.
Roanoa Zolo.
Immediately goes into high tier. I don't think there's a debate on that.
Eric, the Zoro fans will claim he is Admiral level.
I can't have it.
I cannot have Zoro moving up.
Stamina issue, Christian.
Absolutely
Big
not.
issue.
He barely beat King. Barely beat King. I don't want to hear this nonsense that King was not an extreme death fight. He passes out after the fight. Bloody beaten.
The Emma suck.
And the enemy suck. Now, Eric, if we're playing power scaling games and not reading the story the way Oda wrote it, all King has to do is stand in the corner and shoot Imperial arrows,
and he can't do anything about it.
Zoro can't do jack shit.
Correct.
So Zoro won this fight, not really through, power scaling calculations.
No Enma, no W.
No Enma, no W. King spamming one attack W for King.
Yes.
It's not like Zoro gained more speed when he got the Enma suck.
No.
Or the Congress Haki. Zoro still can't deal.
That Zoro can
with the speed.
dish a massive amount of damage out. No one's denying the damage out.
But it was not a one shot.
No.
It was not a one
As
shot.
many people said. The Conqueror's coding from Zoro, not a one shot on King. Surprising, Christian. Big ups on King. That's a massive durability effect for King, Christian.
Eric, people say Zoro went into that fight injured, counter to the drug.
False.
The drug.
False.
Full heal from the drug.
The intention of the full heal was to make Zoro 100%. And the drawback is you get fucked up. That was the bargain, Christian. I don't want to hear no nonsense.
And he saw the devil. He saw death.
He came back to kill Sanji.
That's right. But Eric, Zoro is going in high tier. He is not going in Admiral level. It's too soon for Zoro. Shiryu has to be a challenge. People need to fucking relax on the Zoro. He's not going into Admiral tier. He's going into high tier. Now, where is Zoro on Zoro is...
Ooh, I put Zoro accidentally in Animal tier. Hang
Now,
on.
Eric, what are you doing to me? What are you doing to me right now? Zoro
It's a bit difficult trying to do this one-handed.
well,
But anyway, Zoro going into high tier. A very impressive man.
but not super impressive. Alright, we're not putting him in the Admiral tier. It's too
You
soon.
can't do it.
Now, Eric, a controversial one for sure. Yamato is not on the list. Where do we place Yamato, dude? Yamato.
Now,
where do we place
obviously
Yamato?
high tier. Minimum.
Minimum high tier.
Talk to me. Can you mount a case for high? Can you mount a case?
I think she literally beats everyone in high tier. Except for Luffy, but we'll move Luffy up.
Luffy's
so
moving.
Luffy's
Does she
moving.
beat everyone in high tier easily? Or mid-diff?
As we know, the top of high tier is Rayleigh. Do you see Yamato defeating Rayleigh?
I do.
Has she earned the title of Admiral level? That's my question.
Alright.
Very impressive, Eric.
We can't forget the feats.
More impressive than First Command. She's more impressive character than First Commanders. I'll give her that.
Yes.
But does she get into the coveted high tier? I did not let Rayleigh in for months.
We have seen evidence.
I still have not let Rayleigh in.
But we have seen evidence against.
And we're gonna make sure.
All this is based on how do they fight against the Emperors. That's the question we're asking here ultimately.
Okay.
Ultimately, that's the question. And we saw Yamato impressive. The Christian.
Tankiness.
Now we all know what wins flags. What wins grand finals, Christian? Defense. Stamina and
Fundamentals.
defense.
Fundamentals. Yes.
Her stamina defense, ridiculous. She cops the Thunder Bagua, takes minimal damage from the Thunder Bagua with the Mirror Coat. Does the Mirror Coat cost stamina, Christian? I don't know. I don't know what the stamina cost is of that. Mythical Zone Fruit, Ice Powers. Blocks a nuke with an ice wall. Utility, Christian. Not just Conqueror's Coning, but utility. Counters the Borrow Breath. What's she doing to the Akainu Magma Fist? Does she counter that?
I don't know.
The Borrow Breath
know
blows
about
mountains up, Christian.
But Eric, we all know magma is the hottest thing on the planet.
Sure.
According to Oda.
But Borrow Breath brought up mountains. Can she disable the Magma Fist?
Now, I know people are going to bring up that she did not do significant damage to Kaido.
She's knocking Kaido around, making him bleed.
I'm going to say she did more damage.
Swinging that club.
Internal damage.
I'm going to say it. Pummeling him. She was pummeling him. And then Kaido gets on the offensive and goes only enraged mode.
Now, Eric, what is the candidate? Answer me this. What is a candidate for Admiral Tier? Do you know? Do you know what I kept on bringing up with Rayleigh?
Tell me.
Where is the island level feats? Kaido island level feats. Fujitora island level feats.
She doesn't have the AoE.
Kuzan island level feats. Okay, you knew island level
I would
feats.
argue the penetration damage that she holds potentially more crucial than massive AoE.
She has good fundamentals, Eric. But we need that Admirals have the X Factor.
She's got X Factor.
Eric, I'm talking about island level X Factor. Alright? Now, she's very impressive fundamentally.
So Odin's in high.
Oh, I know Odin is in Admiral level. And that's fair. Because Odin
Got all the sauce.
got all the sauce.
Paradise Tasuka.
Almost beat Kaido 1v1. Very impressive. We can't forget Odin, very impressive, Eric. Now, do you think she has surpassed Odin or is on Odin's level? I don't think so.
It's difficult because
She does not have an attack as potent as the Paradise Tasuka.
I think she fucks up most people in high tier. Ben Beckman is being in high tier annoys me.
But Eric, we're being fair with the Ben Beckman because we've seen
We haven't
nothing.
seen it, that's true.
We know he's the first commander. How high will he go? We don't know. But I think Yamato is the new top of high tier. I'm not willing to go Admiral level with Yamato.
But she's so good.
She's so good, but we're missing the X Factor on level shit. I said this with Rayleigh. Rayleigh has the fundamentals, Eric.
Dark King.
The Dark King has the fundamentals, but he does not have the on level bullshit.
No, Roger got the island level hockey.
Exactly.
Right.
That's different. This is not what this is.
Alright.
So we're gonna have to go
Yamato.
high tier Yamato, but
Gold standard.
the new gold standard for
You
high
must
tier.
surpass Yamato to
You must-
enter.
If you can beat Yamato, you might enter Admiral tier. That is the new gold
Stipulation.
standards. Alright.
Quick thoughts on Zoro versus Yamato Christian.
I've got Yamato at this moment.
Okay.
We all know Zoro's gonna get power up next arc. We all know Zoro's gonna get stronger. We all know this. I wholeheartedly believe Yamato will get 0 power ups for the rest of the story. I will stay the same strength
Okay. As Jinbei will.
as Jinbei. Now, Eric,
Next.
are we considering moving Zabo? Do we buy the Zabo source these days?
On the damage on the Admirals.
On the damage on the animals and
Time passing.
time passing, older brother syndrome bullshit. You know, the new green ball stats kind of raises Zabo in a kind of retrospective way because he was dealing very well with Fujitora. Interest roster. Do we consider raising Zabo or do we need to see more from Zabo?
More evidence for Zabo. If we don't have Ben Beckman in high Christian, we can't move Zabo.
Well, we've seen Zabo actually fight. It's just that green ball kind of raised up Admirals a little bit and gave him more hype.
Do you remember the speech that Brand New gave Ben Beckman?
I'm very aware.
Alright. We'll keep Zabo where he is.
We'll keep Zabo where he is for now. If we see something fucking crazy,
Right, we're
we'll
going to
raise
move
him
him
up. Now, Eric. Eric's favorite character.
Who we doing?
We have Kid, the fraud. Now, Eric.
You're going to have to... Don't tell me high. You're going to have to convince me of high if you want it.
This man has a 3 billion berry bounty.
Kid versus Yamato. We just made the
We just made the new gold
We just
standard.
made the gold as Kid versus Yamato. Who you got?
Kid versus Yamato.
Who you got? Does Kid have the firepower of the Bagua? Can he penetrate the mirror shield?
Talk to me.
Does he have the speed?
Punk.
Does he have
What?
the speed?
He has a sign. He can make you come to him. He has the raw power to break an emperor's bones. What do you think about that?
How much was Punk Willie doing?
Puncture Willie was doing a lot.
How much was that softening Big Mom up?
Puncture Willie was doing a lot, Eric. Puncture Willie was doing a lot. We know this.
Asterisk feet on Kid.
We know there's always asterisk feet on Kid. We know your hatred towards Kid.
Convince me, Hi. Convince me. I'm saying characters like Oden.
Without Big Mom,
Kuzan,
Eric,
Dragon.
without Big Mom or Kaido defense, Kid is a monster with raw physicality and raw attack power. Without the balloon and without the dragon scales, Kid has power and strength.
We're seeing characters like Yamato have high level defense.
High level defense, sure. But Eric, Kid's tanking shit.
Sure.
Kid's taken Albert Spears. Now is he dazed, confused? Yes, from an Albert Spear.
If Law wasn't there, he'd be in big trouble.
We know this. We know this.
Meanwhile, Yamato handling Kaido 1v1.
And she's fine.
I might add.
She's
She's fine. Let me just rattle some characters off the list and see how you think Kid would do.
Okay.
Akainu.
No.
Mihawk.
No.
Garp.
No. Oh! Garp. No.
Sengoku.
Do it. No.
Kuzan.
No.
Fujitora.
No.
Kizaru.
No.
Bullet.
No.
Oden.
No.
Green Ball.
No.
So you're gonna tell me he's basement bottom bitch of High? Is that what you're gonna tell me?
Eric, you know I don't like it. You know I don't like it. But tell me what a Punk Rodden or whatever the fuck that railgun attack is doing to an Admiral. Is it doing something?
Is Kid hitting anyone with these slow ass bullshit moves other than Emperors that don't dodge shit? He's not hitting anyone with the ball.
Hey, we don't really know what the speed of the ball is, Eric. I think you jumped to conclusions there. I think you jumped into a little bit of conclusions there at the speed of the ball. Alright? Look, at the end of the day, he has Emperor level strength. I know you don't like that. But with his magnetism, he has Emperor level firepower.
He doesn't. Big Mom says it tickles, Christian.
Eric, he's outpowering Big Mom's attack. He's throwing her around. That's Emperor level power.
The railgun, his ultimate move, did nothing.
But Eric, that's because of the iron balloon.
What does the chat say?
The chat wants Kid and Hi. I think it was a terrible matchup for Kid.
He's not touching anyone in High. He's getting bodied by all these dudes in High.
He is.
So how's he gonna be in a tier list if he can't compete?
We need a bottom bitch of High.
That's sad. Who's his best matchup in High? The best Garp. Does he beat Garp? That's the question. Does he compete with Garp? Cause how are we gonna put this man in High if he can't compete at all in the tier?
I think he can compete with Garp. That's a good question on the TL, Eric, on
Right.
Twitter.
Kid vs Garp.
Kid vs Garp. Now, Eric, as we all know, a lot of Kid fans, a lot of Garp fans.
I'll put the poll up.
Put the poll up.
Now, Christian, as we all know, you are the arbiter of the list. Ultimately, it's your decision, and you will.
It's a hard decision.
You'll be made forever.
I'll be made forever.
I made my point and my stance, and I don't see how he competes.
The railgun is making Big Mom incapacitated.
Oh, is that your claim? Is it?
That's what it is. That's what it's doing.
It was moving. It was pushing her.
Incapacitated. She cannot move. She's pinned down.
She's over a hole.
Eric,
She's got nowhere to go.
she's not over a hole. She's on the ground. She's not over a hole. All right. She's pinned to the ground. Cannot move. Cannot do anything. All right. This is what happened, Eric. This is not some heck of nonsense. It has the raw physicality to pin down maybe the strongest emperor physically, Big Mom, just by physical feats walking through the earth. How can we forget? Just walking through the earth casually, Eric.
This is a sad justification.
Alabama Spears. Raw physicality and strength. Big Mom's got it in folds. Alright?
She's definitely got faults.
She's got folds. Right? It's pinning down Big Mom. It's if any other character that does not have the defenses of kind of Big Mom got hit by that, we're talking massive damage. We're talking massive damage. Now, Eric, you're going to bring up to me that indeed they're low gears and they'll just face through.
I know Law will go in this tier list. And Law is by far better than Kid.
I know Law is very... Kid... Law's much more
Kid
impressive.
is going to be basic bitch high. And Law's struggling with a lot of these characters in high.
Law's struggling, I agree with that.
And Law beats Kid. So you're telling me we're denigrating the high list by putting Kid in this list. We're making the tier list weaker by putting Kid in this list. Law is a stretch already.
I covered the high tier position, Eric. I covered it. Eric. 2 high characters should not be able to do this to an emperor.
Delphi Goonage.
I'm aware of the Delphi Goonage.
So like they beat her.
I'm aware. They got the Mickey Mouse W.
They got the Mickey W.
Was I more impressed with Yamato during Onigashima?
I know you were.
If Kid showed
Kid has no solo feats.
If Kid showed any level of haki,
He's got none.
if Kid showed any level of haki, it would be impressive.
He doesn't have Conqueror's coding. Zoro has Conqueror's coding and he's not in high.
Kid v Zoro. You have to give it to Kid, Eric.
Yamato's the top of high. Make your decision. And let the people judge your actions.
It was a terrible showing. But I see the potential, Eric.
Oh my god.
It was a terrible showing. But if a sign can move an emperor.
How many times can you use this move?
We don't fucking know. 3 times, 2 times, we don't know. A sign.
Right? He needs metal. He needs you to pin you to something.
Alright, he needs metal. Alright. No, he doesn't need... He can touch you to anything with a sign.
True.
No, doesn't matter.
That is true.
Alright, so a sign, maybe he can get some Gimp wins. Because he's used to that.
Because he's a gimp.
Because he knows about the Gimp wins.
Alright. Do it. What do you want? Make a decision. Because Law's next, I assume.
What's next?
The suspense.
It's unfortunate. High tier. I can't do it.
You made the right decision.
What have I said about the high tier?
It's very high, Christian.
Where are the island level feats? Where are they?
Nowhere for Kid.
There are no island level feats for Kid.
Alright.
0.
Christian made the correct decision.
See? And that's where we have to go at the end of the day.
Right.
That bar must be kept pristine. Where is the island level feats?
I don't see him.
I don't see them.
Alright.
Law.
Better than Kid. Puncture Willie is
Stupid.
stupid move.
Would you say it's equal to the Bajuan gun?
No.
In terms of
It's
area,
magic damage. Luffy had to punch someone
Okay.
through the...
Alright.
I'd say the Bajuan gun more powerful. But we all know Law's stupid ability is stupid and busted. And now, magically, Christian, the man has defense.
The man got defense out of nowhere.
Man
got defense out of nowhere.
Was it the bacterial curtain? Who knows? But the man has defense out of nowhere. He has the R room. Utility. I don't know what he's going to use that for. Utility against Big Mom. Commanding abilities he nullifies. Now
some people say Law is slow, but he can teleport, so that's kind of
shambles, so he's not really slow.
Yeah.
And who knows what this awakening can do for this man? Anything he wants, potentially. We have the island level feats. We have Punk Hazard. We have Punch Willie.
Punk Hazard feat was crazy.
That hole is stupid. That Law made.
I know, I'm aware. Talk to me about Law versus Yamato.
He's tricky.
The Bagua.
Penetration damage. He took one. He took one from Kaido.
That's true.
Wasn't dead.
One. He did take one. Antibacterial curtain.
Potentially. We don't know what that does.
Okay.
He has the ability to teleport. He's tricky. He's smart. He's cunning. He has the penetration damage, the Gamma Knife, the Puncture Willy, the Radial Knife, Utility Christian. This man can chop up Logias, apparently. We haven't really seen it because, you know, Trevor's a
logo, but yeah. Nullifies Devil Fruit abilities.
Utility out of control. The issue was always stamina and defense, and magically in Wano he has it. The MVP in the Big Mom fight, no doubt.
No doubt.
Damage and utility. Kid was really the tank.
Kid was soaking a lot of shit.
But then we see Law on Big Mom's stomach getting pummeled by hockey punches from Big Mom. And he's chilling.
This is true.
Apparently, out of stamina, uses the awakening 3 times. Now, I will suggest that Law will be bottom of high, but he is more competitive in the genre, in the bracket.
He's more competitive than Kid. You know why? Because Kid does not have that eye level feed, that crazy level move.
Yes.
Maybe you could argue the railgun, but you know, undecided. It was a terrible showing. People, what do you want from me? It was a terrible showing for Kid. An absolute terrible showing for Kid in the Big Mom fight. And now I see the potential for Kid. I see what he could do against a character that isn't Big Mom, and I see potential there. But Law's just so stupid. Law, if you start really peeling back Law's layers, defense, Devil Fruit, insanity, Haki doesn't even matter with this man at this point. With the punch, with the Kroom, it doesn't even matter if you got fucking Conqueror's Coding or whatever. It doesn't even fucking matter.
No, with Kroom doesn't exist yet, but...
What do you mean doesn't exist?
Oh, not Kroom. Crambles doesn't exist.
I didn't say Kroom. I said Kroom.
Kroom.
Kroom, the Awakening, is so bastard, he could pick up.
Law, are you going to make the call?
Law has made it the high tier, Eric. And that's going to piss a lot of people off.
I don't think it will.
Because they don't see Kid there.
Everyone knows Kid. Law's better than Kid. Everyone on the planet knows this.
This is true. Even if you put him in a matchup, everyone's taking Law.
Right.
The bookies would bet on Law. Right?
He's got the advantage. Alright. Who's next?
The man himself, Eric. Monkey
D.
Deezes.
Is this the last one?
This is the last one. Monkey Deezes.
Easy Emperor level yet.
Let's just go through it. Unlocks Conqueror's Coding.
First of all, unlocks Rio. Has Rio.
Okay, whatever. Right. Gets Rio. Gets Conqueror's Coding. Alright. Pummels Kaido up. Finding Kaido 1v1. Loses. Goes down, gets healed. Comes back. Dies via Goonage. Alright. And then unlocks Gear 5. We got Giganta. We got
throwing
Bajrang Gun. Unlevel fee right there.
Stupid defense. This man getting cartoonerized by Kaido makes attacks. Ragnaroku
Taking damage,
Rebound.
but nerf damage.
Rebounding.
Lasers.
But lasers with his stupid rubber. Flying on the air. Speed, crazy speed with that cartoon leg run.
That's true. Derek.
Gear 5, crazy utility.
Eric, high tier. He's not made to Emperor level yet. You know why?
Stamina.
He does not have the Emperor level stamina. We have to remember, he got knocked out and he came back up to the roof and fought Kaido for about 20 minutes, 10 minutes.
Do you think
and just beat
how
him.
long does Gear 5 last? If he's fresh.
If he's fresh, who knows? It's basically unquantifiable at this point. Bajrang Gun is a ridiculous move.
Gear 5 is ridiculous.
Gear 5, and that's the island level feat right there.
Right.
Bajrang Gun. Island level feat. As big as Onigashima.
Overcon Gun might be a...
Overcon Gun
might be a high level feat.
And Kaido Soka that. Is Luffy Soka that level of fucking
It's a lot of damage. I don't know. I mean, Gear 5 maybe.
I don't think so. The Gear 5 is very impressive. But if we rematched Kaido full HP, Luffy full HP, Kaido still wins. I have to say it. The amount of damage Kaido took prior to Gear 5 was immense. Prior to the rest Luffy got was decent. Alright? Now, we can't say Luffy is Emperor level yet, but he is Admiral level.
I'm gonna write off some names. You tell me if Luffy beats okay. Akihino.
No.
Mihawk.
No.
Garp.
Yes.
Sengoku.
Yes.
Kizaru.
Future Sight. I can see an argument for Kizaru.
Fujitora.
Yeah.
Kuzan.
The ice. No. The ice. It's a counter.
Dragon.
He surpassed his father. No.
Bullet.
Fucking Bullet's retarded. Bullet's like ridiculous.
Bullet.
He kind of beat Bullet in the movie, so I guess.
Okay. Oden.
He's beaten Oden. He's the man who defeated Kylo. Oden couldn't defeat Kylo.
Green Bull.
Green Bull?
If he beats Fujitora, he beats Green Bull.
I only say Fuji can beat Fujitora because of the matchup, because of the gravity fruit really isn't doing jack shit to a rubber man.
Yes.
That has cartoon physics powers. So, you know, Fujitora's out of luck. But that's where we're at with Monkey D. We're talking about matchups with these characters. So, Green Bull, I need to see some strength feats.
And he beats Law.
He beats Law. So, Monkey D. High tier. Is he the top? No. We still got Alkainu in there. Of course. Alright. And
he's never going to get to Shanks level, but that's how it's going to be.
Unless he takes up the mantle of Shanks.
Alright, that's fine.
Alright, if he takes the mantle of Shanks...
If he gets Shanks' coat...
Maybe. Eric, but speaking of Shanks, Eric,
what?
It's time to move in to how strong is Shanks. How strong is Shanks? Every week, we come to you with the question of how strong is Shanks? And every week we answer. Shanks is the strongest. Shanks is the God King. But there are people out there who think Kaido's the strongest, the man who was just defeated. The people out there think Sweatiest man on the planet, Alkainu is the strongest. I don't think so. There are people out there that think Mihawk's the strongest. Eric, these people, we're all of just Zoro fans. You know, we know what it is. We see through the agenda. Alright? There are people out there who think Blackbeard is the strongest. Where's that third devil fruit? Who knows? I thought it was supposed to fold Shanks during Wano. What happened to that?
Didn't happen.
Didn't happen. Interesting.
Wild.
And the World Super Bowl, the people out there, they think I'm the strongest. They were correct. And every week, we bring 100% factual information to the table. And this week's evidence is Shanks so strong. He strolled into Marijar. Eric sat down with the Gorosei and said, "You will make my boy Buggy an emperor, and you will do it." Because they could do nothing.
Well, I'm just gonna fuck you up.
Yeah, they could do nothing to stop Shanks. They could do nothing.
How about that? I'll just fuck you
They
up.
could not deny Shanks. Shanks is stronger. Shanks is the God King. Alright, moving on. The topic of the show. We're a little information about Road to Raftel. Some interesting little pieces of dropped ideas and shit. Anyway. Topic of the show: Road to Raftel. Kind of not some interesting shit, some not interesting shit here. A little timeline for the people out there, just so we get it in a nice little graph, so we don't have to think about what the fuck this timeline is. We got the Roger timeline, we got the Monkey D timeline, we got the ancient Wano shit timeline. We got it all. Timelines, good to see. All right. Some interesting comments that the last poneglyph is not where Luffy has been. Very interesting thing here, Eric. People don't really realizing this, but this confirms that the next quest is finding this last poneglyph.
Or the byproduct of.
Some people thought they'll just get it via rubbing. Some people thought Wano had it. Some people thought all kinds of shit.
Shanks had it.
Shanks had it, whatever. But this implies the next arc will be for this last poneglyph. That's what this implies. The editors gave 3 options. Albath. I like how they named just Albath out of nowhere. Like, Albath. I wonder what we're doing in Albath. Okay.
Oda hasn't even talked about Albath.
He's talked about it being my flashback, but he hasn't talked about it. We're going there, alright?
Yeah.
We got Vara, Nolan's Island.
Random pull.
And we got Full of Lead, Blackbeard's Island. That's very interesting.
/ Rocks' Island.
The Rocks Pirates Island. So those are the 3 options the editors give us. Could be some random shit Oda throws out there, but it's probably an Albath.
You'd imagine.
Well, you'd imagine it's an Albath, but, there you go. Derek. A very interesting...
You'd imagine that the gatekeepers to the ancient knowledge would be the 4 special races, Christian.
That's right.
Not affiliated with the world government.
Yes. No. We have some dropped ideas and sketches for the Scabbards.
Yes.
Originally, 7 scoundrels. But first, Eric, it was 4. Now, Oda goes 4, then 7, then 9. Now, why did he choose 9? He should have just done 4. Like, really? What the fuck did Kawamatsu do? Not Kawamatsu, what's his name? That's the guy from Toriko. I forgot his name, because he doesn't do fucking jack shit. Alright?
Kappa Man.
Yeah, the Kappa. Alright? What the fuck does he do? What the fuck does Denjiro do? Not much. He's cool. Not much. As for Doji, nothing. Right? Now, we've talked about this so many times that the fact that there's too many fucking characters ruined kind of the pacing of Wano and a lot of shit about Wano. But if it was just 4, could have been something. Could have been more concise. We get to know these characters better. We get to understand them a bit more. But, Oda chose doubled it and added 1. That's wild. That's so wild. He doubled it and then added 1.
Foolish. But what are you going to do? Anyway, that's basically all that we got.
Nothing much there.
Next volume, apparently a Shanks v Blackbeard volume. Whatever that means. I'm sure it'd be Cap. But
it'd probably just be history and then some sketches.
Yeah. That's about it.
So, are these Road to Raftel setting us and giving us ideas for the plot in the future?
Perhaps.
Raftel. We know we have to get the last poneglyph. Shanks v Blackbeard. We know that has to happen. all kinds of shit. So we didn't really get that much information this week. Hopefully, next week we get some more information. All right, moving on.
Thunderdome.
The questions, Eric. The Thunderdome this week.
Which is
Yeah,
about
Bales
Bales
Girl. All right.
Why is it on the sheet then?
It's all last week's, all right?
Questions. Questions from the people.
First one comes in from Tom. What are your thoughts on the fact that Oda firstly planned 4 scabbards, but then 7, but then ended up at 9? Is it escalation of numbers of characters involved? Not only scabbards in this arc are one of the one of the flaws of Wano.
I'm gonna yes. I'm gonna assume he had 4, and then he's like,
I need a trainer. I need this guy. I need this guy.
Or it's like, let me split their personality up into multiple characters or something, or like whatever, something like that.
Yeah, it's a problem. We've talked about that many times.
Yes.
But yeah. From Chris D. So the Road to Laugh Tale Part 1 brought up the fact that Kaido's Devil Fruit has a connection to the God Valley incident. I mean, yeah, we already know this, because Big Mom gave him the fruit. Presumably.
In some way. It's assumed.
Yeah, it's assumed knowledge that Big Mom gave Kaido the fruit after that incident so he could escape or some shit. Some shit like that. So I was already connected before, but I'm 200% confident we will get more Kaido backstory when it's time to reveal rock stuff.
Of course.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah, it's the way of Oda, but
hit or miss, but what do you do?
It's hit or miss, you know. From Manual. Have we now entered the point where the Straw Hats and especially Luffy are too strong for Oda to have us fight anyone that isn't top tier anymore? Yes. We can't really fight anyone top tier anymore.
I think it'd be annoying to the audience if Oda decides to give the Straw Hats.
Yeah, we just have to go for the top tier crews now. There's no fucking around anymore.
No more fucking around. Oda's consolidating. We don't need to mess around with some idiot that has a stupid ability.
How much stronger do you think Zoro and Sanji need to be able to contend with animals? Just one more general overall power up and they'll be there.
Yes.
I don't think we're that far away, but we need one more general massive leap, massive power up. You know. Think of anything. It could be anything, but you know. From Chris D. What are the problems with Wano?
This podcast is too short for that question. That'll be a whole podcast question.
Well, he's got a little sentence for us here. I tried thinking of all the lowest lows, but couldn't come up with much. The Devil Fruit, Luffy's Devil Fruit, retcon, arcs per power up, but that's lots of arcs. I mean, I don't really care about that one.
No.
Pacing, but other arcs have pacing issues, not as big as Wano. Big Mom not going all out.
Read his points. Read his points, and we'll tell him what's
That's his points. He's basically saying Wano ain't that bad.
Big Mom amnesia. Big Mom in the entire arc. The incessant rambling about numbers and goons and the plot points that don't matter, like the Oni ice and the fucking Osuku and the Queen fight and the.
You could basically Act 2. Like, you got that whole chapter with the swords and getting the swords and the weapons and shit. Freeing the men for the battle. Getting ships and shit. Who cares, man? It was a waste of time. Like, legitimately waste of time.
The drop plot points, the Marco note.
Yeah.
The Scar thing. Jinbei.
There you go.
There's a lot. But
So
we'll break it down at some point.
There's a lot of low lows to Wano, but a lot of high highs, you know?
Yes.
That's just the way it is. But I'm sure in the grand scheme of things, everyone's just gonna like Wano because of
the kind of weird anticlimactic ending.
Yeah, weird as fuck shit going on. The border's not opening.
No dawn.
The border's not opening.
Oh,
very strange. Now, Eric, your arch nemesis, Brago, is in the chat.
Okay. And
you know what he says, Eric? Greenbull over everything.
Brago, I already addressed you at the start of the show.
Now, Greenbull is Brago's champion. Coming into the
Brago's only knight. Now, Brago, if Greenbull gets folded, You're gonna be in big trouble.
I mean, you're betting on a horse.
He's been on
He's
a
betting on a
man.
horse.
We'll see what happens,
I
Brago.
don't think Green Bull's getting folded. I think that's kind of ridiculous.
But Brago, I'm sick and tired of your propaganda. You are the one who spins the narrative to spread your propaganda about the Navy, and you know this. The emperors are not concerned about the admirals. Don't get it twisted.
Grover did this, right? You don't have to scream.
But now he's here. Not once in the story has an emperor ever sweated an admiral.
This is true. Whitebeard did not give a fuck.
Meanwhile, we got Akainu. Oh, we got Garp. We got Sengoku.
Just pat their head. That's true.
Sweat.
All right, there you go.
Anyway, moving on.
Anyway, all right. Moving on to Swan. How difficult is it to power scale Kid? Well,
We just did
it.
And he doesn't deserve to be in a
He's not going in the
level.
Admiral tier. He is not going in the Admiral tier. We cannot have it happen, and I will not have it happen.
Mm-hmm.
All right, where's the eye level feats from Kid? I don't see him.
Nowhere.
I don't see him. All right. He basically brings up all the points we brought up, but you know, there you go. From Michael J. Number 1. Who will be the next silhouette to be revealed? Vegapunk, Loki, Aimu, or Rox? I'm going to eschew Vegapunk because I see Vegapunk coming up next. Alright, what Eric's fucking around with Morge.
He wasn't in shot.
There you go. Morge is now in shot. Alright, well.
This is a man who I took money from right here.
There it is. Alright. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Vegapunk next?
Yes.
Reveal?
No. Who's left? I'm with Vegapunk.
I would Vegapunk Rocks and Loki, but you know that's kind of a meme.
Loki might be a good candidate.
I think we're getting Vegapunk.
I don't know. I don't feel a Vegapunk coming. I don't know.
Number 2. Why was Luffy melting before Gear 5? Is there an aspect to his awakening we have yet to see?
Some kind of transformational state. I don't know. Weird.
Well, it's kind of like, I guess it's like maybe that's what it looks like when you first awaken. You kind of like, reform your body or some bullshit. I don't know. Like, it's very strange.
Although his hair kind of looks like that,
Kind of.
but not really.
Yeah.
The bottom of his hair looks like that. So maybe the way it was drawn is a bit off.
Alright, from that take it all. Frankie beats Eddie Turbo Ropo with Cola to spare. Move him up a tier. No. Frankie is not Commander tier yet.
Can't get it commanded.
We cannot give Frankie Commander tier level. I am sorry. Also, Jinbei the Water embarrasses anyone he fights. Well, we can't.
That's true, but we can't give him
we
water.
can't give him water status because that's not where he fights people. You know,
He doesn't beat Shanks in the water though.
That's true, and we know this. But anyway, from Sebastian Porter, there's the Yami Yami ability to negate Devil powers. Work on Luffy's imagination. It like absorbs Devil Fruit essence.
This question
so
annoys me.
It's annoying. It implies a lot.
Luffy doesn't have an imagination delve for it.
And it implies a lot.
He cannot manipulate causality, my friend.
Or reality.
Both.
Yeah, there you go. But it should negate Devil Fruits. That's what it does. That's his main ability. But there you go. From Harvested Berry. Is Yamato's gag the worst one in OP after Sanji's? Also, did y'all scale the Yonko Killers Kid-in-Law we did? And you might be a little upset with Kid's placement.
What was his question? Sanji's is worse.
Who has the worst gag?
Sanji's is consequential and annoying.
Yeah, Sanji actually has consequences of the plot, which is fucking annoying.
Right.
So,
Sanji's is still worse.
Sanji's still the worst, but you know. From Mac, how strong do you think the over Kong gun is? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. If an admiral can tank an over Kong gun and be fine, then Braga might have a point.
I think they're getting rattled by that though. They're getting rattled.
Carter was fine after the over Kong gun. How do people ignore
I
this?
get rattled by the Quake Punch, Crucial.
How do we ignore this? That's Conqueror's Haki. That's Rio. In a King Kong.
Stupid.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Alright. There you go. So, yeah. The Barge gun is even better. So, I wish it destroyed the entirety of Wano, but here we are. There you go. Is it the strongest attack in One Piece? Is Ocean Sovereignty stronger? The Barge gun? No. I think Barge gun is stronger than Ocean Sovereignty. It might be the strongest attack in OP.
Maybe.
The Barge gun.
I have to think about that more.
It defeated Kaido. They moved it defeated Kaido. Well, there you go. Alright. Next question. The judge. Why does Kaido's top 5 or apply to Mihawk and Dragon? Why doesn't?
Because they're
Kaido's
frauds.
top 5?
Because they're not top 5.
I don't know, did he fight Mihawk? Did he encounter Mihawk?
The correct answer is
Mihawk?
they're not top 5.
Not top 5. I don't see Garp on that list. I don't see Kong on that list. Could you imagine if Kong was on that
Crazy
list?
fool. That'd be a crazy fool from
This
Oda.
fucking crazy.
No
pull.
one knows who Kong is.
What's Kong in the top 5?
That'd be a crazy pull.
That'd be insane. Alright. From Cassiel. Is Wano Arc better than Golden Wind or Steel Ball Run? Probably not. Better than Golden Wind? No.
No.
Golden
Golden Wind's just a complete story.
Yeah.
With a few flaws, but nothing crazy.
Eric.
Don't talk to me about fate.
Experience.
Requiem. Hype. No doubt.
Never arrived at the truth.
Do we need the body switch trope? Not particularly, but this isn't the JoJo show, Christian.
Alright. From Senator asking me a power scaling question about my own comic.
Mm-hmm.
Where do Lance and Diego rank on the power scale?
Now, Christian, as the author, you can't answer the question. You have to give vagaries.
I can answer for Lance. Like right now, let's pull it up.
What up? What is going on?
Right now, we'll just say, he is. Well, One Piece is weird. I would say he's Blue No level right now. So that's high low.
That's sad.
And quit the start of the story. Alright? He's a kid. Alright?
Okay.
And Diego's top tier. What can I say? I mean, you fuck shit up. That's all you have to say.
What's the what would you say the cap is on the scale, Christian? Is it One Piece cap or is it higher? Or is it
I
lower?
say it's lower because One Piece is getting crazy and crazy every fucking arc. So I would say like, yeah, probably lower. Probably like it probably stops at. Probably stops at high. I don't think we're getting to the top tier. I think we're getting to the top tier. But yeah. There you go. And that's it. That's this question. Now. Moving on to Dan Goku. Settles the debate. Katakuri, Zoro, Marco, or Ben Beckman? I mean, via law, we have to choose Ben Beckman.
Ben Beckman, next question.
Okay. There you go.
You knew that was an easy answer.
I know. From Jekko. Why would Kaido need Pluton if he could destroy an island himself? Surely Blast Breath or Flaming Torch Bagua could get the job done. Well, you can manufacture more of them. I don't know. Like, it's a powerful
Well,
weapon.
Blast Breath only blow up a mountain. It's not eye level, so relax.
That's true.
This thing's apparently vaporizing things off the map.
Yeah, in one shot.
Yeah.
And who
so
knows how powerful, like how...
What's
how
the range on that?
what's the
Don't
range on
know.
that kind of shit, you know. It's still impressive. Alright. From Amen Skill. Have you guys watched Fate Zero? If not, you should. I think you guys would really like it.
Okay.
I mean, I've heard good things. There you go. From those says Lothar, what other manga slash animes are you guys reading and watching at the moment?
Nothing for me.
Hunter Hunter's come back. I will be there, Eric. And I will be upset if I see Togashi meme me around, which you probably will.
Okay. You don't like politics,
I
Christian.
want Togashi to inspire me. I want Togashi.
I was talking to Dritz and Glam as I do during the day, Christian.
Yeah.
And they were complaining because I only read shonen and I don't read any seinen and I need. And then I start pulling out big words and they'd get lost immediately.
Okay.
So that's it. I found that interesting.
Alright. I might catch up to Berserk. I'm up to chapter 200 or something. But not really reading it. You know, when you draw your own shit, you kind of don't want to read too much. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because then you're getting influenced, you're getting pulled away. You know, you don't want to get pulled away too much.
I don't know. I think I'm at the stage where I'd much rather create something than
Invest time in other shit.
yeah.
Yeah. There you go. From Swagington, when is my father going to love me? Well,
When you impress him and live up to your potential as a
Yes.
man.
well, as whatever you are. Who knows, Swagington?
As a man.
Okay. From Dart, could you not do Trojan X and do your eternity instead?
I don't know what your eternity is.
To your eternity.
Trojan X. I might want to just meme Sen.
We did say if we do Trojan X, Sen could be on the show.
Yeah. So we might prolong that as much as possible.
Okay. Alright. Have a bit more variety and not just do battle manga. Well, we...
Trojan X is a battle manga. Let's put this
No,
to bed.
he doesn't want us to do
okay.
Trojan
That's
X. He
fine.
wants us to do some...
We did for Neverworld, whatever. the
Promised
fuck,
Neverland. Not the YouTuber
Yes.
for Neverworld.
And that's the highest rated. Not even a battle manga.
That's true. Promised Neverland still the highest rated.
We
so
get that 9 out of 10.
That was very good.
Yeah. All right. There you go.
From what?
We'll think about it.
In retrospect, what are your thoughts on one of the possible plots that have been discussed sometime during Wano? What the Grand Fleet would arrive in Wano? I never really bought the Grand Fleet showing up.
Grand Fleet's End War. I always thought that.
Yeah, I think End War. Unless Wano was the End War.
Remember when he kept saying that?
I mean, it was fucking leading up to
We're
it.
getting another huge war coming up. You get it ready.
Albath. Let's just hope we calm down with Albath a little bit, alright? From what? No, did I say that? Yeah, I did. From Despair. From D3 Spare. New members of the Grand Fleet in this arc. Grand Fleet members. Maybe Zoe joins as the Grand Fleet. As like a tribute.
You'd imagine Wano
They'll
would
throw
turn
their
up in
hat
the
in.
final war anyway. Momo would pledge his allegiance.
Sure. But that's more of an alliance. I don't know if that's a Grand Fleet member.
The Pirate Mink Alliance.
Yeah. From Jeko. What is the purpose of the voice of all things if Luffy has Robin to read the poneglyphs anyway? Why did Roger need Odin to read the poneglyphs if he
Because
had
he couldn't
the voice of all-
understand the voice. He couldn't understand it, Christian. He had got the vibe.
He got cold to it. We thought Roger could understand the poneglyphs because we thought Roger wrote on the poneglyph
But it turns out it was Odin.
in Skypiea, but it was Odin who wrote. So,
And he needed Odin to read the poneglyphs to get to Roughdale.
yeah, the voice of all things is kind of like a calling, kind of like a weird psychic
It doesn't.
ability.
Yeah, he can't read the poneglyphs with the voice of all things.
There you go. Hitetsu reveals also that Moro ancestors were the ones who created Wano and Enma, right? At first, we thought there would be separate families. No, they're from the guy in. They're not from Hitetsu. Hitetsu didn't make Enma.
What
or
did
Wano.
Hitetsu made?
Hitetsu didn't make shit.
I thought he made
The Cursed Swords.
the Cursed Swords.
Did he make the Cursed Blades? Yes, he didn't make Wano or Enma. The Zoro swordsmith in his village did.
Yes.
So yeah, there you go. From MBDD. Wasaji waste smile fruits. Well, they're not food, are they? They're like poisoned food. You wouldn't serve poisoned
Yeah, I
food.
don't know how he feels about poisoned
Nah, he wouldn't.
scraps.
Nah, he wouldn't use it. And that's the final question.
There we go. Next week, we'll call-in show. Get your questions ready. We'll answer them.
Will there be massive kid debates?
We need to set the technology up appropriately.
Yeah, it's gonna be a pain in the ass.
We'll figure it out though.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
But yeah, that's about it.
Like, subscribe. Go read Scarlet Vixen for me, please. Yeah, get ready for this month's gonna be rough. No One Piece, but we do have maybe some Shanks anime things coming up.
Yes, so we'll talk about
So
that.
get ready for that. Shanks is the strongest. Shanks is the God King.
Good night.
Good night.